Daily Broadside, day 980. Message to Jamal Mashburn. You're a moron. Cooper Flagg should be in science class in his 12th grade year, and he just dropped like 80-some points in the last two games. Like, shut up. No, it ain't nobody in this upcoming draft. They've not proven they can do what he's doing. Like, that's crazy that dude's 19 and he's doing all that crap. So shut up. Some of these players need to stop talking about basketball. Just play basketball, or remember when you used to play basketball, because you don't know what you're talking about, which is sad because they kind of do, or else they wouldn't have played. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that you can play at such a high level and not know and just talk out of your ass, you know? It's just strange. But so get this. I've been watching all morning. I love like a good relationship. Like there's just something beautiful about two people that find each other and just are the best of friends and just get each other on so many levels, right? It's so nice to see and refreshing because, you know, you just don't see it very often. And in celebritydom, you don't see it very often because, you know, most of those people, they just hook up on a movie set and then they get married because they're, you know, shallow people anyway. And 3 weeks later they're married, and then it lasts like 8 months, and then they, you know, whatever. That's why they all marry like 74 people in their lifetime. But Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, although you can kind of excuse the Bill Hudson, I think that was his name, the guy that, you know, she was married to before and all that kind of crap. But since they've been together, and I want to say it was like the late 70s, like 78, 80, somewhere around there. 80s, not the late 70s, but you know what I'm saying. They've been together, and it's just a storybook romance, it would seem. I'm sure they've had their tribulations, but by all accounts, it's just wonderful. I love hearing people talk about the person that they love when you can see it dancing in their eyes that they, you know, just dote on their every word. I think that's just so special. And it's amazing to me in a country of 360 million people that it doesn't happen more often, you know? I mean, look at how many relationships are just fraught with all kinds of problems. You would think it would be the opposite. You would think most of them, but, you know, then again, but yeah, I mean, you got so many people to choose from, and then you can't even find somebody that like floats your boat to the degree that you would stay with them for any length of time, allowing you to have such a Goldie and Kurt Russell moment. But then I was watching, then it shows me Jennifer Aniston and Matthew Perry talking about each other, and I mean, that's just Kramer talking to Jerry and Elaine, going, "Why don't you two quit faking it and just be together? You know, you love each other. You know that it seems to be a miss." And maybe, I don't remember the timeline, but maybe she was already with Brad Pitt, and you know, so that didn't work out. But they seem to have missed the train there, and now he's dead and everything. But it is kind of sweet the way they talk about each other. So I've been on that, watching that. I just learned today that because I don't live on the West Coast, we have Edie's over here, and Breyers. I didn't know there was a Dreyer's ice cream, but there's a Dreyer's that also owns Edie's, and they separate the country. They're basically like Edie's. You take the East Coast, we'll take the West Coast, and Breyers is just easy top. They're just nationwide, you know, which I think Breyers is nasty. I think Breyers is ice cream for people that don't know ice cream. You know what I'm saying? You know, Turkey Hill, Turkey Hill Farm. Like there's some other lesser known ones that are a lot better, right? I think it was Turkey Hill that I discovered because they had a banana pudding ice cream. And, man, it make you want to punch a baby. Oh, it was good, you know. Maybe not a baby, but definitely a toddler, you know. And what was the other thing I was going to say? There's almost 16 inches of snow in my yard right now, and my dog can't figure out what's going on because she has to sniff the ground to urinate, and she can't sniff through 16 inches of snow, and she can't really squat down in it because it's, you know, halfway up her waist or mid, whatever the half point of a dog is when they're on all fours. So I got to go out there and like shovel a spot where she can actually go and find the earth again. But it's weird, man. That's most snow I've seen in over 15 years in this place. That's how it used to snow in the 80s, you know, when I was growing up in the greatest generation ever. The greatest decade of all time. What was the other thing I was going to talk about? It was something completely silly and made no sense. Anyway. All right, well, that's all I have. I'm going to go find something to do with myself today. I have stuff to do. I just don't think I want to do it, but I'm going to make myself do it. So, y'all have a great, what is probably, at least on the East Coast, a snowy Sunday morning. On Sunday morning. Little no doubt for you, kitty.